not seeing it. Okay. All right. Hi, I'm sorry, my light fell over and my camera's on my light. It's good. Why is it slanting? It is moving. Just a little bit of technical difficulty here. We'll get it in just a second. I think we all have these issues now and then. I'm not on here at all. There, that's good. Alrighty, let's try this again. I'm Tammy, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and I'm doing a porch leaner. So I want to tell you a little bit here. This is a stained board, 5 feet by 3/4 of an inch. It's about, I think it's about 7 and it's not quite 8. No, it's not. It's almost 7 1/4, a little over 7 inches. The stain I used is Vintage Aqua. This is by Rust-Oleum. And this is one coat. I only did one coat, wanted the grain to show. And then I waxed it with Minwax Paste Finishing Wax. And I waxed every side because if it's outside, this part will be protected, or this side will be protected, but the wax will help protect the wood a little bit on the other sides. So that's why I did that. So I'm going to get right to work here. I am doing a welcome leaner here, and I lost my train of thought. I was reading. I'm doing the lettering in daffodil, and I'm going to do the flower in bright white and daffodil. So I've got everything all set up. It's been waxed, like I said, so we are good to go. Want to make sure you get all the air bubbles out so you get good coverage on here. Now this is an older transfer, so when I peel each one off, I will put it in water and it's not going to hurt it. The newer transfers, you cannot do that. So I had this one before we changed how they were manufactured and where they're manufactured. So it's not going to hurt this one to go in the water. I just want to give it a quick stir. If they're a little thick or dry, you use a sprayer. Fine mist is best, and use distilled water. The minerals are not good for the paste that's in tap water, so you should definitely use distilled water. Now I've got this a little closer to the bottom than up here because I'm going to put a couple of things I'm going to put a bow up here on this one because this is only going to be one-sided. It is stained on both sides, but this is only going to be a one-sided leaner. Hi, Amber. Hi, Jeff. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little on there. And you don't have to do that. Just makes it a little quicker. You do not want the paste to dry in the transfer, because when you take the transfer off, it'll take the paste with it. You can probably see this crack right here, this line. That's in the wood, so it's natural. I'm leaving it. I'm not even worrying about something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this off. And like I said, I'm going to stick it right in this water. Now we're going to move on to the E. You guys, I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. So I'd really appreciate you head to YouTube and check it out. And please like, share, and subscribe. Really help my business. This is a business for me. It's not a hobby. And I can use all the help I got, or I can get. And always scrape off the excess. Always. Now these are not going to stick together in the water, so it's okay to put them in there together. Need to grab my fingers. If you haven't already liked and followed my chalk page here, I'd appreciate it if you do so. In the water, they don't stick together. I love this vintage blue stain. This is really pretty. This yellow, this daffodil yellow, kind of looks like the yolk in a boiled egg. That's what it makes me think of every time I see it or use it. It's getting a little full to where it's not going to be in the water. So I'm not going to stick this one down in the water. I'm just going to put it over here. It'll be fine. I'm going to skip the flower. Oop, that's got some water drop on it. I'm going to skip the flower and I'm going to do it last. It is best to try to put the paste on in one direction. I don't always do that. You should though, for the best results. Now remember, there's going to be little places that you can, it's not perfect, and that's because it's wood and it's got a wood grain. So that's what I want. I don't want it to be perfect. If I wanted it to be perfect, I'd have painted it with blue paint with enough coats to where you wouldn't see that grain coming through. But that wasn't what I wanted. So the imperfections make the design in something like this. I will be adding this to my Etsy page when I don't know if it's going to be immediately after I finish, but I will try to get it in there today. Turned out really well. Okay, now I'm going to give it another little quick stir. Getting kind of messy, so I'm wearing my apron and an old shirt. It's an old work shirt of my husband's. It's so comfortable. I love it. Okay, and give this a little stir. This is going to be the center of my flower. I want to plug in my glue gun before I forget. I got a new glue gun, so it heats up pretty well. Set it over here. And just move that. Here we go. Now I'm going to do the center of the flower. Now this doesn't need to be perfect either. It's a flower and they're not perfect, so okay. Take off the excess. Okay. Now, I'm not going to take the whole thing off, but I need to peel this back so that it doesn't dry in the transfer. Just give it a second or two. I'm not going to try to dry it completely. Just let it sit for a second. And it'll be okay. It isn't going to come back up. Okay, now I'm going to put this back down. Make sure I don't have yellow paste on my hands. Spread this back out. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Okay, use the white and stir it up a bit. clean squeegee. Now I'm just going to fill in the rest of the flower. Got to get kind of close to the yellow. Try not to get in the yellow. I don't want to cover it up. But I can't take too long doing it because the paste will dry. And the transfer, we do not want that. As you can see, there's a little pink in this. It's because I've used this transfer before. They are definitely reusable. If you think you'd like to try doing something like this, you can go to chalkcouture.com/honeysuckle, and that'll take you right to my shop, and you can order transfers, paste, ink, surfaces to chalk on. They have pillowcases for throw pillows and just all kinds of stuff. And you don't have to be a business to do this. It's, you know, it's helps with, you know, it's just home decor is what it is. You like doing yours yourself or have ideas to do your own, you don't have to be a business to do it. When I started using Chalk Couture, now I had a little trouble getting started with it because I had to learn how to do it, how to use the pressure and all that stuff. But it is easy to do. The problem was mine. Definitely mine. Okay, we're going to take it up. We got our little white flower. Okay, and now, yeah, I need to hang it somewhere. I did that yesterday and it fell and I stepped on it, but it didn't hurt it. I got it. It's okay. But you really should not step on your transfers. I was wipe my fingers off here. Now what I will do with this side is I will put a polyacrylic over it, and then it can be set outside. Always use a spray, because if you use a polyacrylic that you're brushing on, it's going to smear this, and you don't want that. This is permanent until you take it off, but water will take it off. So if you're going to put it outside, you definitely need to do that. So I will spray this, and I like to put a coat or two of the liquid polyacrylic over it also, just to make sure, just my peace of mind. That doesn't have to be done, but that's me. A little OCD about some things. Okay, now what I'm going to do, slide this down and hope it don't fall off, and I am going to glue this on here, wrap it around a few times, And then I'm going to put the bow over it. So I should probably stand it up a little. It might be easier for me to do that. This isn't something that I've done a bunch of times, but I do know how to do it. I'm gonna make sure, I can't lean it there. So, just gonna take this and put just a little dot, and that's where I'll begin it. Poopy. Okay, there we got it. The glue was a little hot for me to touch too much. Like I said, I'm just going to go around maybe 3 or 4 times. I'm going to put a base on. I want a base for a flower. I'm going to put not a flower, a bow. I will go back and put a couple more dots of glue on the back. I'm not going to put any glue on the front. Just enough to make sure that this is going to stay. And I think I want to go a few more times. I was thinking 3 or 4, but that may not be quite enough. Like I said, I want a base for a bow. Make it a little more rustic farmhouse looking. And I know if the front's looking funky, don't worry, I'll go back and straighten it out. I think this is 7 millimeter twine. It's got some places on it that have some imperfections that I will trim. I will not leave that on there. Just thinking this was a little thicker. I think that's why I was thinking 3 or 4 times would do it. Okay. Do this. Okay, I'm going to go 2 more times and then that's it. So, there's 1. There's 2. Okay, I like that. Okay, I need my scissors. Oh, Carl, you're at work. Okay, Carly, I'll send you pictures, honey. Okay. Okay, give this a shot of glue. I get my thumb on it to hold it in place. Ooh, don't get burnt, don't get burnt. I have a tendency to burn myself. A cool second. I just gave it a little tack. I cut these. It almost looks like there's, I don't know, some type of tar or something on there. I don't like that, so that will be, I am going to trim that. Okay, and I've got that attached. Now I'm going to go back and do the end, because I didn't do the end. It was a little hard to hold the end, so I just did a little bit toward it. Now I'm going to actually tack the end down. Okay, hold it there for a second. And I did that without getting burnt, guys. You believe that? I get burnt a lot. I keep a can of burn spray in here. That's how often I burn myself on hot glue. Okay. Oops. Move that. Get this back up here. Now, trim that off. Trim the ugly off. Okay. Now, I don't really think I need to, maybe I should put a little tack up under here, under the rope. Not a whole lot, just a little. Want to make sure it stays. It isn't really that necessary to do that, but with the weather, it'll be outside. It's kind of probably a good idea just to give it a little more. Just a little added security. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm going to unplug this and get it out of my way, because I don't need this anymore now. Okay. This is the bow I'm going to put on it. Now, I am not dovetailing these ends because I want to roll them. Okay. Now, I probably, let's see. if I can get that. I'm just separating the twine a little bit to get this down in here. And I will go back and put a dot of glue on that to make sure that it's not going to come off. But I definitely wanted to leave the twisted on there, and not just a couple times. I hate these little cutters. They're not sharp anymore. They were great when I got them, but they're just not sharp anymore. But I don't think I can get my bigger ones up in there. I don't want that to show. There we go. Okay. Like I said, I am going to glue the bow onto the twine. I just wanted to make sure I was able to use the ties also. I used a pipe cleaner. I should have closed up my paste, but it'll be okay. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't leave your paste open like that, but I should close that up. That's my bad. Shouldn't have done it. But it'll be okay because I can just add a little bit of water to it and it'll be just perfect. Okay, so there it is. And if whoever buys it wants it dovetailed, that's simple to do. Anybody can dovetail. But like I said, I'm not going to. That could be rolled up as far as you want to roll it so that you can make sure you can see the letters. You don't want your W to be hid. There you go. After I get it all adjusted, then I'll put that glue tack on it. There we go. Now I can. There you go. There it is. Can you see it all up here? Probably not, but there it is. Welcome, porch leaner. So thank you for joining me. Again, I'm Tammy with Chalk Couture, and please like, share, subscribe. You guys have a good day. Bye.